Good morning, everybody. How are you today? You hear me? Yes. Okay. To start a new lesson in math, the new lesson is called coordinate grid. Coordinate grid is a grid that divided squares into squares like this. But before we start in our lesson, we have to start in a quick review in the previous lesson about axis of symmetry. Here is the axis of symmetry, and we start to review what the meaning by axis of symmetry. Here is we have a warm up. In the previous lesson, we learned line of symmetry. Here is if I ask you how many lines of symmetry in this figure. Yes, can you tell me, Muhammad? Excellent. Two. Okay, one, two. Okay. Again, the definition of line of symmetry is the line that divided the shape into two equal parts, like this. Another figure. How many line of symmetry? Yes, tiger. How many? Okay. If you want to answer, raise your hand. Muhammad, tell me. Yes, excellent. One line of symmetry. Yes. Yes. Now we start in our lesson. The lesson is coordinate grid. Okay. By the end of this lesson, we learn coordinate grid, x-axis, y-axis, ordered pair. Let's start in our list. Okay. Here is the definition. Grid is a pattern of horizontal and vertical line, usually forming a square like this. Okay. We have many square here. Is it called a grid? Okay. Uh, the grid, we have to know in the grid to have to know x-axis and y-axis. Here is, for example, coordinate grid, a grid used to locate a point, but yani here is, if I ask you, what's the useful of grid? The grid is uh, 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 sometimes used, or many times, not sometimes, located a point by its distance from two intersect straight line. And here is, if you have in the picture here, we have a house, and you want to determine the place of house. Here is, we have to move again. Here we have to move. Okay, one, two, three. Okay, two. According here is one, two, three, four, five. Okay, until to reach four until to reach the house. Four in X and up four in Y. By the way, this technique used in Google Maps. Yani when you ride a car and you want to move in another place, mall or another house like this, the Google Map used this technique اللي هي coordinate grid to determine the location of any building or any thing like this. Okay, here again we complete it. Here is, we have x-axis. Okay, here we have x-axis like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a y-axis like this. Here is I have x-axis. Is the x-axis is horizontal. Okay, again, x-axis is a horizontal number line on coordinate grid, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And the y-axis like this is a vertical line. Okay, to lie down horizontal, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Okay, يبقى we have x-axis and y-axis. Any question? Okay, anybody have a question? Okay, coordinate. The third definition is ordered pair. Sometimes, if I say, what's your name? You can say Muhammad Ahmad. If you make opposite Ahmad, Muhammad, it's the same person. Actually, not the same. If I say 3 and 4 is equal 4 and 3, no. 3, this means that you move in x-axis 3 and up 4 in y-axis like this. You will move 0, 1, you have to start from 0 because you didn't move 0, 1, 2, 3, and up to reach 4, like this, called coordinate grid. Okay, here is يبقى first number always x or first letter in the alphabet. The second number is always y in the second letter in the alphabet. Okay, and so on. 2 and 3 here is the same, 2 in x and up to reach 2 and up to reach 3. Okay, yes, here is the explanation how to plot or put the point in 2 and 3 like this. Okay, and so on. Okay, there is 2 and x. Someone say, can I set 2 and 3 I start from 1? You know, you can't start from y because it's called coordinate grid. Okay, here is 5. 5 and 4, how to know it? 5 here, 5 on x-axis, and up to 4, up to 4, like this. يبقى order pair. What is the order pair here? He told 3 and 4 اهو how to represent order pair 3 and 4. You move 3 on x-axis, you move up 4 on y-axis. How to order the pair again? How to order the pair 2 and 6, 2 in x-axis and 6 in y-axis, and so on. Here, how to order the pair 4 and 0. 4 and 0, 4 and 0, how to know 4 or 5 and 0 or 4 and 0 like this. 4 and 0, by the way, you have to know 4, you move in x-axis 4 and up 0, يعني nothing. You stop in point 4 in x-axis only. Yes, okay. And the same, if you want to determine the order the pair 0 and 5. 0 start from 0 and up until to reach 5. Here again, here is 0 and up to reach 5. Okay. Next one, how to represent order pair 1 and 1. What is the order pair? Okay, 1 and 1, so. Okay. Here is, we have extension or extend the coordinate grid into 4 quadrants, 4 quadrants. Here is because x is contained positive and negative and y contain positive and negative. We make extension for this. Here is if I make it like this. Okay, here is I divided the coordinate grid into 4 parts. The first part we can write it like this. Okay, just a minute. It is the first 1, 2, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant type. I hear some students said, why I put 1 here, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I put it like this. Yani here, why I didn't put here, I erase this one, this one, this one, for example, this one, make eraser, okay, try to put the eraser, okay. Why I put 1 and here is I put 2. Why I put 1? It is try to find the eraser. Just a minute. Where is the eraser? Yes. Okay. Here is, I said 1. Here is 1. Why I put here 2 and here is 3 and here is 4? Maybe someone say 1, 2, 3, 4. Why I put like this? Because I put like this because I count in positive direction. What the meaning by positive direction? Positive direction mean anti-clockwise. You see in the left, the clock here is turned, but is in negative position. This is called clockwise. The positive direction anti-clockwise. This means why I put here is 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I count from anti-clockwise, not clockwise, anti-clockwise, opposite direction. Okay? Yes. Here is again, here is the first quadrant. I mean, here is the first quadrant. Yes. Number one, here is the first quadrant, second, third, fourth, and so on. Okay. Here is the same. You have a four quadrant because you have a negative in x and a negative in y. But how to determine here y equal negative 3? يعني here is in y negative 3 down. How to determine negative 3 and the negative 2? Negative 3, we start in x-axis, as you know. Yes, here is negative 3, and down in y-axis to negative 2 until to reach negative 2, and so on. Okay, like this. Okay. 2 and the negative 2. How to determine this? 2, the x, and negative 2y. Don't forget like this. 2, here is 2 and x, and the down to get 2 and y. Okay. And here is negative 2 and 2, the same, negative 2 in x and 2 in y. Negative 2 in x and 2 in y. Here is the point. Okay. So negative 3 and 3, you move in x. Don't forget, start from x until to reach y. Negative 2, negative 3, and the negative 3. Here is negative 3, and here is down until to reach negative, and so on. Okay. Here is negative 1 and negative 1 on the left, x. Don't forget. Okay. Negative 1 here again, negative 1 until to reach negative 2, until to reach 2, sorry, negative 1 up 2, and so on. I have a mini example in this. I think that is very easy for you. After that, we will start. Here is 2 and the negative 2, the same. 2, negative 2, here is, okay, negative 3 and negative 2. Yes, negative 3 in x and negative 3 in y. Here is, we have exercise. Here in this, we can access by use your mobile, use a QR code reader, or we can access by this website if you can find it. Okay, like this. Okay, we can, I put it here, this link, and I send it to you in the chat of Zoom. Okay, to get it. Okay, no problem. Okay, here is, I can put it here, chat. Okay, 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 I send it to you, to all you now. I open it. Okay, here is, I will open it in my laptop to participate with you. Okay, here is, okay, yes, here is our code. We will start now. Okay, yes, we will start in our game. We can start now to more practice in this. Okay, or we can scan it to get it. Okay, we can scan it to get it. So if you click, you can, or you can scan it or put it here. Okay, okay, here I got it. Okay, after you can practice this. I give it to you 5 minutes to do see you next time. Thank you for watching. Okay, see you إن شاء الله tomorrow.